Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 240. I got my coffee in my Scrapping Knitting Queen mug. Pumpkin spice creamer. Just wait, I thought this was the appropriate mug for today. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know. Oh, coffee. Good stuff. Okay. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. I will have the show notes down below. Click the word more under the title. Everything should drop down for you. I will have everything that I talk about today in there. I'll have reading and watching, all my projects, my whips, my FOs, all the links to all the things, patterns, bags, yarns. I also have my Ravelry group down there where I am hosting 2 year-long knit-alongs, knit all the scraps and knit all the MKALs, and that's Stephen West MKALs. So go over to my Ravelry group if you would like to join, and yeah. And this is Henrietta, if you are new, my emotional support chicken. AKA the co-host of the podcast. What else? Today is January 26th, 2024, and it is 8:50 a.m. I have 2 finished objects and 3 whips. One of the finished objects you didn't even see. I had another squirrel moment. I saw something on Instagram and I'm like, what? Now I've seen variations of this said item and I don't know why it didn't occur to me to use, scraps and make my own. I saw it on Heather on Instagram and I'm like, what? So I dropped everything and I worked on that. And I started it Tuesday morning and I finished it Wednesday before lunch. So it was a pretty easy, fast project. All right. I will also, my last episode, I asked you guys to give me some questions for Ask Me Anything, and I might go through some of those. Some of them are going to be like really fast, so we will see how many I get through. Whatever I don't, maybe I will continue with the next episode. Also, if you have any questions you would like to ask me, put them in the comment box and I will try to get to them at some point. We will see. A lot of them were very like the same questions, like the most obvious questions, so I will do that at the end, I think. And my light is starting to flash. Nice. Okay, I think that's my spiel. I have no acquisitions. So today I think we're gonna open one of my mystery skeins. I haven't done it in a long time and I was thinking about that like Wednesday. I'm like, I'm kind of almost done with the sock. Not really, but I was trying to think, well, what's my next? Because when you're always working on a sock project, you're always thinking about the next one you're going to cast on, right? So I was like, I'm going to do a mystery skein. So I will open that at the end. Yeah, I guess we'll get started. I'll talk more about what this mystery skein project is later also for the new people. I'm wearing my Penguono by Stephen West. Green, all greens. This was my birthday cast on last year. And I wear it every day. It's my favorite. Okay, I think that's my spiel. We can get started with finished objects. Number 1. Socks. Surprised? Probably not. If you're new here, maybe you're surprised. I like to knit socks. This is Opal Sweet Kiss color 11 260. These are for my mom for Christmas. She likes blues. She's not a big fan of pink, but I think she'll like these. I do all of my socks. Magic loop, cuff down, 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib. The pattern I use is a Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I don't know why I always have a hard time saying that. Yep, they don't match. Sometimes with Opal, it's really, I mean, I could, but it's like so much ripping out. And I can't be bothered with that. So, usually with like Opal and West Yorkshire spinners, I don't bother matching. Now with the indie dyed, it's very easy to tell. So, it depends on my mood. But, yep, these are for my mom. I think that's it. Oh, I use a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. That is all of my sock details. It will also be listed down below in my show notes. I think that's it. All right, now we're going to talk about the said finished object that I am like obsessed with. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. I was going to use it as a project bag, but I don't know. It's kind of heavy. I got my crochet on. All right, you ready? I made a basket. I crocheted a basket. Look at that. There's the inside. You can't see it. It's dark in there, but all the ends are woven in. So what I did when I crochet over my ends and then I just snip them. It's easy with crochet. It doesn't bother me. Got little handles. This is the basket tote. I didn't write down below. I have my Ravelry page where it has the pattern. You click on it was a free pattern. You click on it. There is a paid for version if you don't want to see. The free version sends you to like a blog and there's a lot of ads. So if you don't want any of that, there is a paid for version. I did some modifications to it. I used 6 strands. That's right, 6. 6 strands of fingering weight held together because I wanted it dense because I didn't want it to be floppy. I used a J 6mm hook. And I pretty much did the thing. I think I didn't follow the directions for the bottom. Now that I think about it and I reread it, I just did a circle. I did the magic ring for the 6 stitches and then I just increased like in a circle. So the next row I did 1 single crochet, then I did 2 single crochet and 1 stitch, and I just did that. And then when I get to the next round I did 2 single crochets and then double crochet. So I just pretty much did a circle. I don't think that's what the pattern said. I got excited. I'm like, I know how to do this. So I did it to 8 inches, which was 78 stitches. And then I just I crocheted 8 inches and then I did my handles. So they had 72 stitches, I think was the base. Well, I wanted it a little bit bigger. I probably should have just sticked with the 72. It's okay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Put scraps in it? I think that would be funny. I could put my blanket scraps in there. It seems a little too big for like a sock project. Too tall. I don't think I should have made it that tall, but it's okay. I love it. And this was 336 grams of yarn. So crochet is amazing. I can't believe that I actually went through almost 3.5 skeins of yarn in one day-ish. So yeah, I used a lot of like little balls that were like 1 gram to like 5 grams to 7. I just held 6 together, and when one ran out, I dropped it, picked up a new one. And it's all random. I got some pucker in there. I had to put some pucker. I put lots of pucker in there. There's some up here. I try to do like all neons at the top. And I'm pretty sure like towards the edge here, I have some pucker. Knit Picks pucker, that hot pink, it's my fave. So yeah, this is my bucket. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I mean, I could put a project in there. Like maybe my blanket project. Or maybe just my scraps for my blanket. I don't know. I mean, at some point my blanket is not gonna be right now. Sometimes I take it with me places, but it's getting to a point where it's probably gonna be too big for that, and maybe just putting my scraps in there. I mean, the blanket's not gonna fit in that, but. So that is my other finished object. I love it. Yeah, that's it. I'm, thinking about making more of those baskets, but I'm not sure yet. I thought it was gonna hurt my hands so bad because sometimes crochet does that to me. And holding 6 strands together, and it's very dense, I thought it was gonna give me problems. It didn't. I don't know what it was. Now I'm sure if I crocheted like 10 of those for like a whole month, yeah, it would hurt my hands, but I just made that and it was fine. Yeah. So that is my finished objects. Now we'll get on to whips. I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right, whip number 1. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. I think I talked about casting these on last week. And I did. West Yorkshire Spinners. This is Silent Night. And this is my last pair of socks for my mom for Christmas. I'm on it. I'm excited to finish these. Here is my first sock. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. There is my little snowman from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Love him. And I just finished, the heel flap and the heel turn yesterday. And I finished the gusset before I started recording today. I think I started it last night. But this yarn is dark. And I have a hard time at night working on these. If I have to do like the heel flap, the heel turn, or the gusset. So I kind of waited till this morning to finish it. But here we go. Magic loop cuff down. Needles are all the same. 2.5. And I did cast on my second sock. And there it is. I split this in half. Wound it up and split it in half so that I could do, not really do them tandem, but when I got to the heel of this one, like almost to the heel, I'm like, it's time to cast on the second sock. I could do them tandem, but I also like having one sock done and taking all the stitch markers off of this one and putting on this one. It's very motivating me. It's very motivating. I feel like the second sock goes by so much faster than the first one because of that. Because you see, it's like, all right, I got 3 markers left. I got 30 rows. I can do this. Fuzz. And that's all about that. I would love to have these done by next week. I think they will be. Probably gonna work on them today. Don't know if I'm gonna work on them tomorrow because we're going to see my parents, and those are her socks. So I guess we'll just see what point I'm at in them. All right, that is my sock whip. All right, whip number 2, my shawl. This is Fate's Thread, Mario. Goombas are my favorite, and bullet bills. Love them. This is my Marled Magic shawl. Oh, I got some good news about this, guys. Good news. I powered through. I don't know how I did it. Maybe my hands got used to it. Maybe I did a little bit more each day. I know I worked on it Sunday, Monday. I believe I worked on it Tuesday before I started my bag project, my basket. I'm pretty sure I worked on it Wednesday afternoon. Finished it Thursday? I don't remember. Anyway, if you are new here, I am trying to, or I would like to, I don't know how long it's going to take me, knit all of Stephen West's mystery shawls, mystery MKALs that he has done. I've knit 3, so I'm trying to just go back and knit some of the other ones. That's going to take me a long time because I think there's 14, and this is my 4th one, so I still have 10 more to go. It's going to be a while, but I figured this one is very scrappy, and I love Scrappy. Scrappy. So I decided to make this one first. Then I finished section 5 and 6. So I have 2 more sections left. I'm so excited. At this point, I could put on the I-cord border and bind off. This is the medium size, he calls it. Oh my goodness. But I like big shawls, and I want to use more scraps. So I'm going to keep going. Oh my word. Look at this. So this is section 5. I did that on Friday. I was like, I'm going to pick it up. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see that section. I don't think so. Maybe you did. If you did, I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself. I share things on Instagram, and I don't remember if I shared it on Instagram or if I shared it here on the podcast. So this is Pucker and Dove Heather held together. I was like, I'm going to get this started, and then on Sunday I was going to work on it. There's a lot of picking up stitches, and my kids were at school, and it's like, all right, I'm going to count everything, make sure everything's okay, do a couple rows to get the feel for it, and I just kept going, and then I couldn't stop. So I finished that on Friday, and here is section 6. Look at that. I tried to mimic a little bit of this hot pinky peachy color that's over here. I just did a little bit more of it just to kind of like pull it all together. I believe this is the right side, and this is how it's going. So I'm thinking this side, I'm going to do blue. You pick up all the way down here and all the way down here. And then on this side, I'm going to do green. All the way. And they're short rows, so it's not, I mean, it's a lot of stitches, but it's all knitting. It's short rows knitting back and forth. So I don't know if I can finish it by next week, but I have a feeling like the first week of February this might be done, or like maybe next weekend. That's right, this is the last episode of January. Wow. So this is all fingering weight held double on a US 8, 5mm. Looking at my show notes, yeah. After I finish this shawl, I am going to make a chicken for my youngest daughter. I told her, you know, a lot of the times I tell her that this is my plan, and I don't even know if she's really paying attention to me because they don't really care about my knitting that much. But I said, after I finish my shawl here, I will start your chicken. And then ever since I told her that, she's like, are you gonna work on your shawl today? And I'm like, why are you asking me if I'm gonna work on my shawl? And I'm like, oh, I told you that after my shawl was done, I was gonna make your chicken. So she is really excited about the chicken, but I really want to finish this first. So we will see if I will pick up the stitches today on one side. I feel like I probably should, but we'll see, we'll see. And here's the back. My ends are, some of them are woven in. This brioche section, I did not, because I was thinking that I might want to weave these in with the I-cord, because I believe that's the top. Yeah. So I wanted to just weave them in with the I-cord, or once I have the I-cord, then weave them in. But most of them are woven in. We're going to have a nice big braid. We're going to poke all these through the back side, through the front side, and we're going to braid them. So that's going to be interesting. I kind of want to do that right now because this is getting a tangled mess. I kind of tied it so it wasn't that bad, but there is the back. Woven those ends. And this is another Twin Mountain Handcrafts stitch marker. Hold still, Stuart. I named him, he's Stuart. There we go. He was from their Halloween collection, so I don't think they have them out now, but oh, look at this, it's beautiful. And it's so, since it's held double, it's so squishy. Love it. So yeah, I finished 5 and 6, no more seed stitch, no more. If I did this during like his MKAL, like during the time of the MKAL, I wouldn't finish, because these seed stitch sections take forever, especially this first one. This one was not as bad because you decreased. So once I got like here, it was like bam, fast, easy. This one, you did not increase. Well, you increased, but then you decreased, but then you increased. So it's like this diamond shape. And it's like 60, somewhere between 60 and 80 stitches. And it's just like, oh my word. But love it. Can't wait to finish this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the I-cord. What I'm going to do with the I-cord. If I'm going to do like 2 of the same color all the way around, or maybe I'm not going to do the stripey I-cord. It's already kind of busy. So maybe I'll hold like black and white together. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Oh, foot is falling asleep. All right, now we're going to show my blanket. Right now it's living in a Delicue snap bag. This was a gift. I think you can buy them on Jimmy Bean's Wool website. I don't know about the rainbow one, but I know they have snap bags over there. This is the Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. I'm doing a DK weight version. I believe I have my Ravelry page listed down below. Hopefully I do. I'm doing 20 by 20 stitches. I'm using a US 4 3.5 millimeter. And other than that, I'm following the pattern, except for like the edges. I slip stitches on the edges so that I have nice little V's, so I can easily pick up my stitches. That is in my Ravelry page. Oh my. How I do that is over there. So I finished 3 squares. Love it. I don't know. This is Amy from Happy Little Yarn. That was in my Advent. I think it's hippos for Hanukkah. I believe this is a teal torch knits, also in her Advent that she got me. And this one is, this is a Hue Logo glow stick collection from a couple summers ago. So yeah, I'm just holding them double with each other. I usually have them in a cake, so I pull from the outside and the inside. If I just have a ball like wound up, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to cake it up because I need the other end to knit with. But here we go. So I'm doing 12, I have 12 squares wide. I'm thinking that might be enough, but I can always come back and add. But I like an even number. I got 12. It would be weird to do 13. If I did 13, I'd have to do 14. But I feel like 12 is big enough. It's not quite my wingspan. So I don't know, we'll see. But it will stretch because it's super wash, not watch. I have been weaving in my ends as I go. Once I finish 4 squares, I weave it in. So, yep, I'm not a liar. I did weave them all in. So I usually do squares, weave in my ends. Do some squares, weave in ends. I don't wait. Don't wait if you're gonna do this blanket because, oh my, that's a lot. And I think my squares are like almost 4 inches, maybe 3.5 inches by 3.5. Yeah, that is that. I almost got this out yesterday because I had a dentist appointment yesterday, and dentist appointments aren't fun. And I'm like, I went to the dentist, I should be able to buy yarn, right? There's a couple people that are like, work on your blanket. And I'm like, well, yeah, I should. I didn't buy yarn, but I think I was working on my shawl, and then I'm like, I really want to work on socks. So I worked on socks and other projects instead, but I also really want to get Row 1 minis again. I miss my Row 1 minis, but I gotta be good. I'm trying to be good. So far in January, I've only bought 3 skeins of yarn. We still have like 5 or 6 days left. Yeah, oh, I can't wait to go over my January stats with you guys next episode. Oh my. With the chicken and that bucket. Woo! My grams out went through the roof. So I'm excited to make another chicken because that was a lot. Because I stuffed it with scraps. And I did some cleaning. Reorganizing, and I still have like maybe two Ziploc bags, gallon sized, of scraps to stuff with. And also my daughter, for some odd reason, she likes to take, like when I work on socks and I have like, I weave in my ends, she likes to take those, and she's been stockpiling them for some reason. I don't know if she's making, I think she's putting them in some kind of bag so she can make a little pillow. I might ask her if I can use those to stuff the chicken with, if I need some. I'm starting to, usually when I cake up skeins, you know, the little ends that you have to cut off, I usually throw them away. I'm going to save them now and use them for stuffing of stuffed animals because I really want to make more, but I need some guidance. This is my first knitted stuffed animal. I have no idea what kind of, does anybody have any recommendations for knitted stuffed animals? I'm lost. I don't know any designers that make stuffed animals. So if you could help me out, I know people make those gnomes. Who's the gnome person that does all those gnome patterns? I would love to make a gnome. Those little arms look kind of difficult though. I don't know. I could use bigger needles, right? Just make a bigger gnome. Anyway, I need some help. Help me out. Put some stuffed animal designers in the comments for me, please. Because I'm obsessed with making some stuffed animals and stuffing them with yarn. So yeah, I'm going to start keeping all those little tails from caking my yarn. My daughter doesn't steal those, usually. Sometimes she does. But yeah, now I'm tempted just to keep all the ends forever and use them to stuff things. Okay, I lost my train of thought. That's all my whips, all my finished objects. Let's do reading and watching. I know you're probably you're like, just open the mystery skein. Maybe we'll do the mystery skein first. Yeah, we'll do the mystery skein, we'll do reading and watching, and then I'll get to some questions. We are at 31 minutes. All right, so this is, you can't see this full cube, but there's 8 wrapped skeins left. And I got a little cup. Crazy sock lady. I put little pieces of paper with the numbers on them. I numbered the skeins. And these are all fingering weight. I believe they're all self-striping. I just did this as a fun little, like in this case, it's like I need to cast on a new sock. I don't know what to cast on. Let's just go to this pile. I wrapped these in August. Hopefully the yarn is okay being wrapped like that for a long time. It's in tissue paper. I don't know. We'll see. I remember I had to cheat with one because I was looking for my Doctor Who socks. My mustache yarn Doctor Who socks. That was the last one I caked or knit from there. I'm pretty sure I've knit all the Freckled Whimsy. It seems like all of the Freckled Whimsy came up first. So I don't know what's, I know there's some, there might be another mustache yarn in there. There might be some Cozy Knitter. I don't know what's in there. I forgot. So let's open one. Okay. Not looking. Got one. Let's see what number we get. We have number 5. Number 5. All right, where's 5? Oh, it's right on top. Awesome. Oh, this is a mini skein. And this is thick. I think this is the Cozy Knitter one. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But there is a mini skein in there. All right, let's see. Try to be not so loud about it. I wrapped these really good when I did this. Try to do it quickly so it's less, so it's not as loud for you. Oh, it's a Cozy Knitter. I've had this forever. Oh, I'm excited. Cozy Night, or Cozy Night, Cozy Knitter, Celebrate the Night. I think I saw this on the Grocery Girls podcast, like, I don't know, 2018, 19, and it just sat in my stash. This is showing up like not true color to the screen. It is like, it's like a tealy blue. I will get these to match. I don't even know when I bought this. I need to start labeling my yarn, like what year I bought it. Like just writing on the tag because I'm not sure when I bought this. I know when I did this, I tried to pick a lot of skeins that have been sitting in my stash like forever so that I can knit them. Oh, I'm excited. All right, I'm going to cake this up today. I might cast on the cuff. I might take this to my parents instead. Though I don't know if I do that. I can't share this. This is Friday. This is usually uploaded on Monday. If I share this on my Instagram, You guys are going to be spoiled. You're going to know what it is that I opened. Maybe I just won't share it on my Instagram. So, yep, here we go. I'm excited. Yes. So if you want to do that, if you, this is also like a good, I wouldn't say Advent because that's a lot of skeins. Maybe if you wanted to do like, I know some dyers have a full skein for every day of Advent, which is like Sundays. So there's like 4 of them. You could do that with your stash, or you could just do it, just wrap a couple. You could have maybe your spouse or your kids wrap them up for you so then you don't see them. Yeah, I did this in August and I don't even remember what's in there anymore. So, excited. All right. Well, I don't know how we're going to do this. Will that work right there? There we go. Put the cup back. So yeah, I was like, I'm excited to open one of those. So we will see when I finish that. Finish my mom's socks. Finish those. Then I'm going to be casting on another pair of socks for Amy. I'm trying to do at least 1 pair a month so that I'm ready for her Christmas present and birthday. I was digging through my stash and I think I'm going to do some more matchy Scrappy socks. Spoiler alert, Amy. Whenever you want to send me your yarn, go for it. It's okay. I got lots of scraps. And I have all year to knit the rest of that yarn that you're going to send me. I have her send me yarn from her stash and I knit her socks with it. So, yay. All right. That's it for the knitting stuff. If you don't want to hear reading and watching life stuff, and if you don't care about the questions I'm going to answer, I will see you next week. If you're still knitting and you don't want to stop knitting and you just want to, you know, just continue, I will talk some more. So, reading and watching. I finished reading Tress of the Emerald Sea. Oh my word. That had like a plot twist that I didn't even see it coming. You know, sometimes you're like, oh yeah, here it comes, here it comes. I didn't. I loved it. Go read it. It's by Brandon Sanderson. So it's kind of sci-fi-ish. I mean, there's some magic in there. I think I talked about this last week. There's some Princess Bride vibes. Love that. And there's pirates. There's like a journey. It's good. Go read it. And I'm still reading A Court of Mist and Fury. Are you surprised? No. I'm 80% though. I'm 80%. I think after this one, I'm going to switch to audiobooks so I can read them faster because I want to, the Fantasy Fangirls podcast are going to be covering these books next after the Iron Flame, and I want to read all of them before I start listening because there's going to be spoilers for the whole thing, and I have read these before. I don't think I read the last one. I don't know what happened. I just stopped. Maybe because the book wasn't out yet and then I just forgot. But I don't remember anything from the first time I read them, so it's working out, I guess. The first one I remember most of it. This one, not so much, so I don't know. Maybe I wasn't really paying attention when I was reading it. So I gotta find another audiobook to listen to. I don't know yet. I'm gonna go through my Audible, go through the Hoopla, see what I can find. Watching. My husband and I'm just gonna say we finished 6 Feet Under season 3. I think we have 1 episode left. We're gonna finish it tonight. So by the time you watch this, we'll be done with it. And I finished Doctor Who season 9. I think there's 1 more season. I don't remember how many seasons of the 3rd Doctor there were. At least 1, maybe 2 seasons left of the 3rd Doctor. I think the 3rd Doctor had 4 or 5 seasons. I I don't remember, but I'm watching those on Tubi, Tubi. They have Doctors 1 through 7, the old ones. I love them so much. They are the best. And that's it. I'm sure we watched a movie. Maybe my husband watched something and I just watched podcasts or something because I have no movies on here. And I forgot what we watched with the kids on for movie night. Oh, we watched the new Chicken Run. The Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. Nugget. I think we watched that. That was okay. I like the first one better, but that's okay. I don't know what we're watching tonight. I think Real Steel? Like, I think it's a robot movie. I don't know. I hope it's not rated R. We'll see. I told my husband, please no rated R movies. The children are 13 and 11. No rated R movies. And he's like, they can handle it. I'm like, well, it depends on what it's rated R for, I guess. If it's swearing, I guess. But anything else, probably shouldn't be watching it. Okay, that's it for reading and watching. I'm not sure how I'm going to do these questions. These were the questions that ask me anything. Maybe I'll start with the ones that were like, they're really short. And maybe I will cross them off as I answer them so that I remember, and then I can just go from there. So this is no particular order. One of them, do you have any pets? No, I do not have any pets. I did have 2 cats. They passed away 2018 and 2020. 2020 before COVID was a thing, so yeah, that was kind of depressing to not have a cat during all of that, you know, cooped up time, but it's okay. I think they were 12 and 14 or 13 and 14. Yeah, so I did have 2 cats. Their names were Ruby and Chester. I miss them dearly. I still think about them sometimes. I still have dreams about them sometimes. And yeah, most of my dreams are like, poof, they appear. And I am like, in my dreams, like, why are they here? They're not supposed to be here. And my family's like, what? And then it's like, I feel like I'm going insane in my dreams most of the time. So, yep, that was my pets. I do not have any because I don't have any more cats because shortly after COVID, when we were able to go out again in the world, we went to my in-laws when they have 3 cats. And my oldest daughter has like developed an allergy to cats. So I don't want to get cats for that reason. And I probably will not get any more unless she doesn't have issues, which I don't know if she ever will. So no more cats for me, but I'm a cat person. I'm not a big fan of dogs. Sorry. I don't like the barking. It's too loud. And yeah, like maybe if it's like an old dog and it's just chilling most of the time, doesn't run, doesn't bark, I'm okay with dogs, but can't. I don't like dogs. Can't. So that's something new you've learned about me. I don't like dogs. I'm not a dog person. I am a cat person. Okay. Did that one. All right. One was what job do I have? A job outside of the house? Did I go to college? I did not. Maybe this will be a shocker for some of you. I did not go to college. I do not have a degree of any kind. I did graduate high school. I was not a dropout. I did graduate high school. This also will get into like how I met my husband. That was another question on here. So I did not go to college, and I am a stay-at-home mom. After I graduated high school, at the time I was working at McDonald's. and it was very convenient. There was a McDonald's right across the road from my parents' house, so I did not have to drive. It was very convenient. It was the best. I mean, it was McDonald's. It wasn't the best, but I didn't have to drive, and which was nice. So that's how I saved my money to get a car. I also did babysitting a little bit for like one summer. I don't recommend that. I think McDonald's was a lot better, but yes. So then I graduated high school. I worked at McDonald's for like a year after I graduated. My husband went to MSU, Michigan State University, and for a year he had to live in the dorms. I visit him every weekend. Yeah. At that time I had a vehicle, so I could drive down there and visit him every Saturday. And yeah, so that was 2003. I graduated in 2002. Oh man, I'm aging myself. It's okay. So in 2000, it was probably 2003. I know, maybe it was December. Yes, shortly after we graduated high school. I think it was like the Christmas. He came home for Christmas and he proposed. 2022. We got married in 2003. Did I say that right? 2002. We got married in 2003. So yeah, I've been married for, it'll be 21 years this August. We got married in August. Yes. And we were together. I mean, it's kind of weird to say this nowadays, but 96. We became like boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. He was 12 and I think I was 13, so we didn't go on dates. We just hung out at school. So I don't know what you want to call it. It was weird. What do you call that? Going steady? I don't know. So yeah, we've been together like pretty much. We went to the same middle school. We were in high school together, and he went to college, and I followed him there. So that's where I moved up here. And yes, when we got married, I worked at Joann's for 6 years. I was a cashier. I did not do the cutting table because I'm not good at measuring. So I tried to avoid that like the plague. I was good at the register. And then like the last 2 or 3 years of my Joann career, I unloaded the trucks. Oh yeah, I got the muscles. Stocked the shelves. I love that. That was the best. That was so much better than being cashier. It was the best. I loved it. For as much as I could love a retail job. The last year that I worked there was 2009? 2008? No, I bet it was 2009 I quit. About 2008, 2009, they started doing, I was working overnight shifts at Joann where you would unload the truck like 10 at night, 11 at night, and then I worked till like 5 in the morning. After doing that for about a year, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And I didn't know if it was going to end. Nobody had any questions. It's like, I can't do this anymore. At that point, I was starting to feel the urge to have some children. So I'm like, I'm done. At that point, my husband had a very good job. I don't know if his college was paid for at that point. Pretty sure it was. My husband's very good with the money. I mean, I don't want to brag. I'm not trying to brag, but our house is paid off. We have no college debt. We have no credit cards whatsoever. So no college debt, no credit card debt. So we're good. So once we finished his college payments, whatever, debt, he decided, you know, you can stay home. At that point, I was doing Etsy. I was selling stuffed animals on Etsy. So I was doing that as like a side thing. And then I got pregnant And then I was like, I'm just gonna stay home with the kiddos. And then when they got to, you know, kindergarten and grade school, whoops, bumped my light there. I still decided to stay home at that point because whatever income that I would have been able to make wouldn't even cover childcare, daycare. It wouldn't. Especially now. No way, Jose. So we decided that it was just best for me to stay home, to be the person that's home if they're sick, bus driver, second, you know, bus driver. Yeah, they are old enough now. They probably could stay home. But then my husband's home all the time. But I don't know. So that is the life story. I think that knocked out a lot of them. And the 72 stitches. We're at 51 minutes. Yeah, I'll do the knitting questions next week, I guess. Why 72 stitches? That is a good question. I have no idea. So my Etsy shop was called 72 Stitches. I don't know where I like the number 72. I should have named it 42. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have meant 42 stitches. Because I get a lot of questions, people like, they thought 72 was like my sock circumference. It's not. It had nothing to do with that. It just, I was not even picking that number when I was knitting. I just like the number 72 and stitches. And then that's how I started started Instagram because that was my Etsy name. So I wanted to keep them the same. And now I'm afraid to change it to anything else. If I changed it to Knit All the Yarn Podcast, I don't know if people would know who it is. And people seem to remember 72 Stitches way better than Knit All the Yarn. So that is how that name came to be. Other than that, I have no idea where I came up with it. All right. I think we'll end it there. I will talk about like who taught me knitting, how long I've been knitting next week. We'll just get a little background information. Sorry if that was a little scatterbrained. I was just flying off the seat of my pants. I didn't have my first kid until 2010 and my second in 2012. So that's when I had my kids. So I don't want to hear any of this about you got married way too young because you had, you got pregnant. No. So none of that. I guess we are just one of the lucky ones where, we found each other and stuck. And yes, he annoys me sometimes. It is not all unicorn and rainbows around here. We have our arguments. So yeah, that is it. Yeah, 53 minutes. That's pretty good. Oh well. I don't know why I feel bad for having long episodes. You're all like, bring the long episodes. I can sit here and knit and listen to you talk all day long. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm gonna cake this up, cast it on. I'm excited. Probably just gonna work on socks today. Maybe I'll pick up those stitches. I'm afraid if I pick those stitches up on that shawl, I'm gonna keep going. Because that happened last week. All right, if you have any questions for the Ask Me Anything, like if I wasn't clear with my life story today, put them in the comment box. I will try to write them down and just answer them as I go. I knocked out a lot of them. Oh, another one was how many hours a day / week do you knit? We'll talk about that next week. All right, like and subscribe if you have any questions or comments. Put them right down there. My brain just stopped. Like and subscribe. I am pretty good at recording on Fridays, uploading on Mondays. Everybody loves my Monday episodes, so if you want to ring the bell, go ahead. If not, just check out your YouTube subscriptions on Monday. I will be here, hopefully. All right, I hope you are all doing well. I hope you got a lot of knitting done on your project, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.